Hello, MLB Pro family. My name's Scott Gesford. I am your Oakland A's general manager, and today I am on with Jason, who is with the Cincinnati Reds. How are you today, Jason?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, it's very late here, but good to be out there in the MLB Pro social media environment, as it were.
Yeah, and uh, who did I talk to? I talked to Texas the other day, right? He's your fellow
Yeah,
Brit.
yeah,
It's so
about as far away from me as you can get geographically while still being in England. But
uh, hey, that's the kind of the way it is. And I mean, I'm in California, so somebody could be
yeah,
in LA, and I feel the same way about that. So.
yeah, yeah.
I just wanted to start off the conversation and see how some people would say that the Reds overachieved in 2022. How
Ooh.
how do you think about that?
When you say some people, you mean jabs, right? No, no. I can see where they're coming from because on paper, it was a great rotation, and then just nothing really on the hitting side. But no, I think we achieved last year. I reckon we didn't overachieve. We certainly didn't underachieve. I reckon we were about where we deserved to be last year. Um, Especially with the injury, bad luck in spring training, and good old Royce coming back later in the season, helping us out a bit down the stretch. Yeah, I certainly wasn't disappointed.
Good.
Let's put it
Yeah,
that way.
that's always a good start, right?
Yeah,
Expectations are better. And talking about you have a pretty good starting rotation. Your
yeah,
bullpen might leave something to be desired, but the starting rotation is pretty good.
yeah, yeah. We got Jordan Lyles, obviously the ace that Jabs never thought he could be. I'll stop going on about that one day, but it won't be today. Um, yeah, he had his bad days, but then he had the 8-9 inning shutout,
But some
complete
people,
game.
I mean, at sometimes during last year, if I remember right, he was throwing 220, 230 pitches in a game. That's
Yeah,
not very sustainable now, is it?
no, when the rest of the roster's got an 80 pitch limit, yeah, and they're watching him go out there like throwing his 200. It's like, really? I think that's mainly just because I want like the rest of the rotation is like young. You want to keep them healthy, and I always approach it whether it's the right thing to do or not. I always approach it from sort of a real life, sort of realistic. What would you do if you were a GM kind of standpoint? And I reckon if I was a GM, yeah, you want Green, you want Person, you want Wilcox to be good next year. Lyles, if his arm falls off and he retires because he can't throw a ball anymore, well,
Well,
yeah,
with the contract that he has, he's not going to retire. He'll sit on the DL for
yeah,
5 years.
yeah, he'll sit on the DL for the rest of his professional baseball life. He'll do a Jacoby Ellsbury on you, but no, it's yeah, it was pretty impressive, I reckon, what he
And
managed to
so,
do.
uh, your bullpen, how are you going to address that, or are you not going to address it for this upcoming year?
Well, see, that's the problem, isn't it? Because at the top you got Joe Gray, you've got what's the other guy called? Dean Cromwell. He's been really good as a sort of stopper setup guy. If he doesn't make the rotation, you've got what's the? I haven't got the game in front of me. Alex
Cole,
Friday,
Cole
uh,
Thompson?
Cole Thompson. Yeah, he'll be fighting Alex Friday for a rotation job in the spring. I'm not sure if they're going to go with 5 or 6 this year. The whole 6-man rotation thing didn't seem to pay much dividends last year. It felt like I was sort of what's the opposite of burning the candle at both ends? Like I was protecting them in terms of giving them more days off and also limiting their innings to start with, which kind of felt like the wrong approach. So I might go limited innings, but only a 5-man rotation. Have the extra guy in the bullpen because behind those 3 guys there is nothing. There's Brad Peacock just sitting there cashing his checks, getting steadily more grumpy that he's in the bullpen at all. And then there's Mike Montgomery, not Mike Montgomery. Who do I mean? Is
Yeah,
that his
that's
name? Yes, it is
yeah.
Mike Montgomery. He did quite well. He came in from the Pirates and then got immediately injured, which wasn't a brilliant start to his career, but he did enough down the stretch in 10 innings or so to make me think it wasn't a complete waste of money. And we've got guys like Mike Flowers, Max Meyer. I'm sure there are others. Two guys with the same surname, Levi and the good one. Sorry, Levi. I know who I mean. But yeah, there's a couple of young guys that could come up and compete and perform, but it's such a mystery whether they will or not. So I'm thinking, well, I won't say what I'm thinking because that will ruin the reveal later on when you ask me how I think the season will go. But yeah, I reckon the bullpen, if I can get 6 or 7 innings out of my starters, the back end of the bullpen should be fine. If I don't, it'll be an absolute dumpster fire. So, we'll see.
Well, hey, one or the other. Yeah, it's good.
All or nothing. That's the way.
There you go. So let's move over to your lineup. And how do you see that playing out? I know you said you don't have the game in front of you. I can help you out. I have that on my other screen over here.
That's good. I got notes, and I'm prepared for this.
Oh, okay, awesome. So who's going to win? Who's going to be your starters as of right now? I know it's very early.
Yeah.
And how do you project them to be?
Well, better than last year, one would hope, because you can't go much worse than the lineup last year, other than our boy Rafa at first base. And he's probably going to be DH now, because for a guy who's never played first base before, he did amazingly, but he's not a first baseman. I've got guys that are first basemen, so Rafa's probably going to DH, or maybe go back to right field now and again. Catcher, obviously I've extended Darno and then signed Buster Posey. So Buster Posey's probably going to catch, right? You don't sign Buster Posey and then not let him catch.
Or I reckon, he's been playing first base the last couple of years, not catching.
He has, but Travis Shaw has also re-signed with us. I managed to steal him out of Jim's clutches, so he'll probably be playing a lot of first base. Because third base is one of the very few places where I'm defensively set, So catcher will probably be Posey a lot, Pena more than a backup normally would, to give Posey some rest days and DH days. Darno, I don't want to say he won't make the roster, but Brenton said he shouldn't make the roster, and Brenton knows what he's talking about. So
Well, no, Brenton hasn't won a World Series yet, so don't totally rely on him.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't know what he's talking about. Darno, I like him. I extended him. It feels like he should make the roster just for those reasons, but realistically, he probably won't, because we've also got some good rookie catchers or young prospect catchers coming up. So you never know. Second base is a massive hole. I tried to pry one of Paul Denya's prized possessions off him, but I didn't go anywhere in the end. My fault, not his. So it's probably going to be Nolan Jones, because he's not really a shortstop. I've got a lot of players. I don't know if you noticed this when you were building most of the team, but there are a lot of not really shortstops, but kind of have to play their shortstops in the Reds system.
Yes.
One of which is Nolan Jones. He's probably going to be playing second base. Bob Osborne didn't really work, did it?
No, did not.
It's 70 OPS plus or whatever it ended up being. So he's probably, obviously I'll keep him around for the spring training, but he may not get much of a shot after that. Shortstop is Royce Lewis, now that he's got a working elbow or arm, shoulder, whatever it was. He's the most shortstoppy of my non-shortstops that I've got. And he hit really well last year in limited innings when he came back. So yeah, might work there. I picked up Jorge Martinez. I can't remember why. Obviously, he's got an amazing glove, and I haven't got any gloves in the middle infield, so he might get some defensive work. But I didn't really realise how expensive he was when I claimed him off Jonathan. But I like paying players to do nothing. It's my favourite. So he's going to be our bench glove, because that's definitely a thing you have in 2023. Who else have I got there? There's someone else that I'm forgetting.
Fernando, Mr. Legs.
Fernando Leguizamo. Yeah, he's my third baseman. He's a great third baseman. He hit really well last year. He was one of our better hitters in a disappointing offensive season, so he should be third baseman. That's one of the positions I'm most confident on. So you can guarantee he's going down with a massive injury on the first game of spring training.
Yeah, you're jinxing him right now. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, Ferdy. And then that leaves us the outfield. The outfield is it's a lot of should be's and not very many R's. Right field, we've got a lot of defensive talent, but nobody who can swing a bat. Actually, that's borderline offensive to Soleimani. Soleimani was pretty good last year, although mostly in centre field, but he can play right. Dickey was he was our best player in 2020. I don't understand 2021. I don't understand what happened in 2022. He just forgot how to hit. But he's really good defensively, so he might stick around. Anderson is basically Dickey. Ratings like the scouts say he should be awesome, but he's not. He can't hit. He's brilliant defensively, so he's fourth outfielder material, I guess. Mike Dorm, I was a little bit disappointed in Dorm last year because he crushed AAA. Like, he destroyed AAA, and then he went out to MLB, and it was just like, I guess I'll go out there and do something every 6 days or whatever. But defensively, again, really solid in right field. I've got loads of right fielders. I've got no problem with right fielders. So obviously, I signed JD Martinez. That's presented a problem because JD in the field is sort of average. So if I play him in right field, then that means I'm not playing one of my genuinely good right fielders in right field. But if I play him in left field, the other player who can really only play left field is Josh Lowe, who almost won Rookie of the Year. So it feels a bit unfair to replace Josh Lowe with JDM. So one of the JDM might get a bit of time at DH. Josh Lowe might play centre. Who knows? I've got a lot of names, but not a lot of names on the lineup card right now.
And move Castillo back to first base so you can DH Martinez.
Might do that. Yeah. I've got a lot of DHs who can play the fields, which is not a bad problem to have. It's a jigsaw.
You see how well I set you up when you took over the team from me? I gave you a lot of middle infielders who are average defensively, but had good bat. But
you gave me a lot of second basemen.
That's right. Hey, you need one.
Yeah.
So now that we've done that, let's talk about some of your prospects. Are there any of your prospects that you are expecting to come up to the major league level and make a big contribution this year?
Yes. Anyone who can throw a baseball. There will be opportunities in the bullpen for Antoine Kelly. That's who I was trying to think of. Antoine Kelly, maybe Levi Kelly, although he's not as good. Tyler Anderson will probably be there. Joe Nixon. They aren't really prospects. I just realised I've listed off another 30-year-olds. But prospects-wise, we've got Max Meyer. Max Meyer should be up. Is he with the Marlins in real life now? I heard his name the other day, and I was like, "Ooh,
yeah, I don't know."
Having survived much trade interest, Bryce Young might be up at second base. I don't know. It might be a bit too soon for him. It feels like he's only just finished getting Alabama destroyed.
Well, and you have everybody's famous comic book creator, Stan Lee.
Got Stan Lee, who's got old Excelsior. Yeah, he got some innings last year. He might get a few more this year. Hitting wise, well, Young's a hitter, but TJ Bray is my golden child. He is the chosen one. He is going to be amazing. I'm sure of it, guaranteed. Brilliant defensively. Not your traditional first base profile. He's a contact hitter with not a huge amount of power, but he still manages to hit the old home run. And we play in the shoebox, so I'm sure he'll find his way over defense at some point. And Luis Garcia is the other one. He's another one of those not quite a shortstop middle infielders that actually seems to have quite a good bat. But then I thought that about Mike Dorm, and look how he turned out. So you never know. But yeah, there are still prospects bubbling under the surface, waiting to break up into the majors if we have injuries or Just poor performance.
How about further down in the system? Do you have people in like A ball, maybe double A that you're excited about to see moving forward?
Yeah, Ryan Lentz, my last year's #1 pick. He looks pretty good. Scouts are quite keen on him. I think he's my #1 prospect by OSA as well at the moment.
Yes.
Although my #3 prospect is Austin Alderton, who's terrible. So I'm not going to go much by that. But yeah, Ryan Lentz is my big hope for the future. Another pitcher, obviously, because we can't have any hitters in the system. That would be terrible. Last year, 2021's #1 overall, no, #6 overall pick, Jordan Lawler. Had a terrible rookie season, but he's got it together now in rookie ball last year after a sizable injury. He yet again is a shortstop that's more of a second baseman, but one day I'll get a glove. Daniel Espino. He's one of those kind of, I didn't really pay much attention to him, and then suddenly he was awesome, and I don't really know how it's happened. But yeah, he's one of those that's coming up again, pitcher. And another pitcher actually, he's in the WDL at the moment. His name I've entirely forgotten. Brennan Malone.
No, Malone, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping he'll be quite good as well. So yeah, Brett Beatty. I think it's Beatty. There's only one T, so it can't be Batty. Batty would be quite appropriate, really, because he's got a massive bat, but he just can't play the field at all. He started off as a third baseman, and then his ratings just went off the cliff.
Yeah.
So now he's a DH. A DH in AA. That doesn't bode well for your future. But he is.
But at least you get the DH in Cincinnati now this year.
Exactly. Yeah, he gets the DH there. So we've got a spot for him when the old boys move on.
So, like I said at the very beginning, I think people thought you might have overachieved in 2022. I don't think so, because like I said, I helped you build this team before. But how do you see your 2023 playing out? Do you think you can actually maybe have a chance at the division?
I think we've got a good chance of the division, honestly. I mean, I know Jonathan's trying to do a Cincinnati and get all the pitching, which probably works a lot better at PNC actually. But Jonathan seems to think that he's in on 2024-25. So I've got to win it this year, really, haven't I? This is my window now. No, I reckon the Cardinals will be good because they always are. Aiden knows what he's doing. The Cubs, I want to go.
Come on, you can jab at Jabs. He does it to you. So
he does. I reckon the Cubs will be not great. I mean, they'll be better. They'll be better, but I'm not expecting them to be a legitimate challenge. There we go. There's your soundbite for when they're smashing us in like August. And the Brewers, to be honest, I don't know much about the Brewers, which is weird to say because they're in my division, and they've always been in my division because I used to be on the Pirates.
Yeah.
So I really should know more about Cole. But yeah, I don't really know much about them. I think they're probably a pretty good team. And I think we'll find out more when they kick our ass next year.
Well,
but honestly, I do think we'll be in the fight for the division. I will be annoyed if we're not at least a wild card at the end of the year. I think the Central will finally not be the laughing stock of the league. And,
hey, well, the Central did. The Reds did make a World Series like 4 years ago.
Yeah, you're
5 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Years keep going backwards on me. So
and the Pirates had a good run before Jonathan took over.
There's your dig at Jonathan right there.
No. I heard
that's a soundbite right there. There's a good soundbite right there.
But I heard that as it came out of my mouth, and I thought, oh no, what have I done? I meant it the other way around. I meant it. They had a good run, and then Jonathan came in. There were separate clauses.
Oh, you forgot the comma, right?
Yeah. But no, genuinely, they. Who's that shortstop they've got that isn't Bryce Turang?
They have two.
Mason Majorli.
They have Hines,
Oh yeah,
Rice Hines,
Reece Hines and
Reese
Mason Majorli.
Hines, and then
Mason
CJ
Majorli is another one.
Abrams.
And
Are
CJ
they?
Abrams, of course.
Yeah, they have a
That's
good
what my shortstops
infield.
have gone.
They have a good infield coming up, with
Yeah,
Hines and Abrams and G. Scott and
yeah.
Marte.
That's
So
why I haven't got any shortstops. They're all in Pittsburgh.
that's right. So now you trade him a second baseman for well, he's got a second base. You got to trade him a
No,
first baseman.
what we do is we trade him Hunter Green.
No, you don't trade him Hunter Green. You trade him to Oakland when the time is right, and you don't want so much for him.
When we're below 500 at the trade deadline.
Hey, on the first day of the year, if you lose the first game of the year, I'm calling you saying I want Hunter Green. You're losing. So what would be your one bold prediction this year, whether it's for Cincinnati or somebody else?
Bold prediction this year.
I mean, you kind of already said that, you fully expect Cincinnati to make the playoffs.
I don't think that's that bold.
I think some people would disagree with you when you got Arizona and Colorado and LA in one division and Atlanta and Philadelphia and Washington in the other.
Yeah.
The winner of your division may be the only playoff team.
Well, yeah, that better be us then, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I did kind of forget about the fact that, the wild card means that other teams have to do badly too. No, bold prediction, I reckon. See, I want to do a bold prediction that doesn't mortally offend anyone, which is difficult.
Hey, don't worry about offending. This is the MLB Pro universe. We can take a joke.
No, I genuinely can't think of a bold prediction. How about a Cincinnati reliever makes the All-Star team? How's that for bold?
That'd be a miracle.
Yeah.
So do you think this is the year that the National League finally wins a World Series?
Yes. We've got Arizona.
Wait, you started to say no, and then you changed it to yes.
No, well, the Angels can't last forever, right?
Well, we've been saying that for 6 years or 7 years now.
Yeah, I realized that was also the thinking when I came into the league, and it hasn't transpired yet. But no, I genuinely think with Arizona, with the Nationals, with who am I forgetting? Maybe the Mets have a bounce back year. There are good teams here. There are good teams in the National League, and one day we're going to win one, and why not this year?
There you go. All right, so I'd like to leave it off with everybody and ask you to tell people in the MLB Pro universe who you are, maybe what you do, what your hobbies are, maybe who's on the trade block, who's not on the trade block, so they can come and chat with you later.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I'm a IT professional, which is a vague title that means I do something with computers and nobody's really sure what. My hobbies, I'm involved in real baseball, the British Baseball Federation, and a scoring director for them. Spreadsheets, I like spreadsheets, as the MLB Pro universe has found out. I'm making myself sound really boring. I do have hobbies. Heavy metal. That's not a hobby, that's a music genre, but you know what I mean.
That's okay. Jonathan will appreciate that.
Yeah, no, yeah. Me and Jonathan have had conversations about that in the past. Sci-fi, fantasy, that kind of thing, D&D, Discworld.
But the British accent makes you sound important.
Indeed. I'm a sophisticated gentleman.
There you go.
I think I've managed to suppress my real accent quite well. I make it sound like I'm a proper British person and not. It almost went then. Can't say the word proper. You tend to slide down back into the West Country, don't you, do, you see? Sorry, I have no idea what that was. Poor Mike Fanning. So I've forgotten what the last bit was. Trade block. Who's on the trade block?
Sure.
Brad Peacock is always on the trade block. If you want Brad Peacock, come and get him.
Hey, you won't give up. If you give up green, we can work out a deal right here on air.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. As you well know, I'm reticent to give up. Oh, Hunter Green, Hunter Cy Young 2025 Green.
There you go.
He's staying with me.
Anything else you want to tell the MLB Pro universe at all?
I could do the boring thing and say good luck for the coming season, but everyone does that, I reckon. No, it's nice to be on. Nice to have a chat about the game and about the people. Yeah, see you on the field, I guess.
Yes, well, I appreciate your time, and I will stop the recording button, and then we can stay on and chat for just a second if you'd like, and move on from
Yeah,
there. All right. Thank you, Jason.
cheers.